Welcome back, everyone, to Orinoco Connect's Explainer series. I'm your host, Charles, and man, do we have an incredible one for you today. We're diving headfirst into the absolute most anticipated theatrical release of the year. We're talking Tom Holland's Spider-Man returning to face off against some seriously fierce new villains. We're going to go way beyond the hype here to unpack the actual plot shifts, the wildly grounded production choices, and the massive cultural footprint of Spider-Man Brand New Day. We've got the inside scoop directly from Marvel, Sony Pictures Entertainment, and even the director himself, so let's just get right into it, shall we?
Okay, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll look at the record-breaking hype. Number 2, Peter's dark new reality. 3, the on-location action. 4, the MCU's bold new direction. And finally, a look at that star-studded cast.
All right, Section 1, record-breaking hype and shattering trailer view records. Let's see what the numbers look like.
You know, the absolute dominance of this new trailer is just staggering. According to the folks at Wave Metrics and Moffett-Nathanson LLC, the Brand New Day trailer didn't just break records, it obliterated them, rocketing past 700 million views in a single day. It's currently sitting at a mind-blowing 793 million views. To put that into perspective, that literally doubles the benchmark set by the massive release of Deadpool and Wolverine just a couple years ago. I mean, wow. What this tells us goes way beyond just normal movie anticipation. This is a full-blown cultural phenomenon. It proves that, despite all the chatter about superhero fatigue, audiences everywhere are hungrier than ever for the web-slinger's return.
Moving right along to Section 2, Peter's dark reality, in a world that completely forgot him.
So, imagine this. We're picking up 4 long years after Peter voluntarily erased himself from the memories of everyone he loves. He's an adult now, and he is navigating life entirely alone. I mean, his former best friends draw a complete blank on who he is, leaving him totally isolated in New York City as he fights off these strange, surging new crime patterns. But honestly, the stakes are even higher internally. The sheer pressure and the non-stop time demands of protecting this entire city all by himself, it's actually sparking a surprising and incredibly dangerous physical evolution in Peter. This internal change literally threatens his very existence. He isn't just fighting external bad guys anymore, he's fighting his own biology. It's intense.
Okay, Section 3, on location and live action. Taking Spidey straight to the streets.
Listen to how Tom Holland himself describes the raw atmosphere on set. He said, "This is one of the best action sequences we've had in any of these movies. We've shot most stunts on the day, in camera. Putting Spider-Man on streets, with cars exploding, it's just so awesome it's going to allow audiences to be a part of this experience." You see, instead of relying purely on digital effects built months later on a computer, they're physically blowing up cars on real city streets, right in front of the lens. Holland's enthusiasm really highlights just how much this grounded practical stunt work translates into the raw, visceral energy of the final film.
Building perfectly right on that, director Destin Daniel Cretton highlighted this absolutely groundbreaking live audience experience. He said, "Shooting that opening action sequence was really exhilarating. It's the first thing that we did, and one of the results of that, we were seeing thousands of people showing up to watch us work." I mean, just think about the impact of that for a second. Thousands of actual fans gathered around to watch this exhilarating opening action sequence unfold live. It created this extraordinary electric atmosphere for the actors, the crew, and the fans, who basically got to meet their friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in real time while the cameras were rolling. How cool is that?
Which brings us to Section 4, the MCU's new direction, a truly gritty evolution.
This deliberate approach to production marks a massive, defining shift for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, historically, these films have relied really heavily on traditional, highly secretive, closed-set productions. They had an intense dependence on green screens and massive digital backlots, but not anymore. Now, Brand New Day is embracing a totally gritty, fan-integrated filmmaking style. By utilizing that extraordinary live audience filming and doing practical in-camera stunts right out in the open, the studio is actively prioritizing a grounded, visceral, street-level feel over pure digital spectacle. It completely changes the texture of the storytelling.
And finally, Section 5, a star-studded cast. Let's see exactly who's joining the fight.
Guys, this film features an absolute powerhouse of an ensemble. It's pairing returning favorites with some really heavy-hitting wildcards. Zendaya is back as MJ, alongside Jacob Batalon as Ned, which, adds a truly tragic layer of narrative tension because, as we talked about, they currently have absolutely zero memory of Peter. But they're joined by an incredible roster.
John Bernthal is bringing his legendary grit back as the Punisher, Mark Ruffalo steps in as the Hulk, and Michael Mando takes on the deadly role of Scorpion. Along with other major talents we've seen mentioned, it's just an extraordinary mix of characters colliding in a highly volatile New York City.
So that leaves us with one huge ultimate question. Will Peter survive his dangerous physical evolution to save a city that has completely forgotten him? I guess we're all going to find out when Spider-Man Brand New Day officially hits theaters on July 31st. Thank you so much for tuning into this explainer today. If you found this breakdown helpful and enjoyed our look at the facts, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us with your fellow fans. I'm Charles, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.